loved December. It was cold outside, but inside her heart, it was warm and bright. Clara lived in a small, quiet town called Hollybrook. Every year, the town square needed Christmas lights. But this year, the town council did not have enough money to hire a company to do the decorating. Clara decided to help. "I can do it," she told the town mayor. "I love lights, and I know how to make things look pretty." The mayor smiled. "Thank you, Clara. We have old, beautiful lights in storage. They are red, green, and gold. They look very old-fashioned and lovely." Clara was happy. Her plan was simple. Get the lights, hang them on the big oak tree in the center of the square, and wrap them around the benches. On the first Saturday of December, Clara went to the storage room. The lights were there, in large, heavy boxes. They smelled like dust and old plastic. Clara worked all morning, bringing the boxes to the square. The big oak tree was huge. Its branches were high and spread out wide. Clara looked up. "How will I reach the top?" She started with the bottom branches, wrapping the thick, colorful wires carefully. After 3 hours, the lower half of the tree looked magical. Suddenly, an old man walked up. His name was Mr. Grumbles, but his real name was Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith lived in the house right next to the town square. He was known for being a little grumpy. "Clara," Mr. Smith shouted, "what are you doing? This is too loud, and those lights are too bright. They will keep me awake." Clara stopped her work. "Hello, Mr. Smith. These are Christmas lights. I am decorating the tree for the town." "Well, stop it," he complained. "They look terrible, too messy, and they are old. We need new, modern, white lights, not these old colors." He turned and stomped back into his house, slamming the door. Clara felt discouraged. The work was hard, and now someone was unhappy. But she looked at the red and green lights she had hung and smiled. They were beautiful. "I will continue," she thought. The next day, Clara returned. She needed help getting to the high branches. She tried climbing a small ladder, but it was too shaky and short. She needed a very big ladder or a special machine. Clara called her friend Ben. Ben worked at the local construction company. "Ben, do you have a big ladder I can borrow?" Clara asked. "A big ladder? No, Clara. But I have a small cherry picker lift that can reach high up. You can borrow it, but you need someone strong to drive it and help you lift the boxes." Clara was excited. Ben delivered the lift that afternoon. It was a wonderful, big, yellow machine. But Clara did not know how to operate it. She sat on a bench, looking at the huge unlit tree and the giant yellow machine. She felt very small. "I cannot do this alone. I am not strong enough. I do not know how to drive this machine." She was ready to give up. Suddenly, The door of Mr. Smith's house opened. Mr. Smith came out, wearing a thick, old coat. He walked straight up to Clara. Clara prepared for another complaint. "Hello, Mr. Smith. I am sorry about the machine. I will move it soon." Mr. Smith did not shout. He looked at the machine and then at the boxes of lights. "That is a Series 300 lift," he said, his voice quiet. "A good machine. You need to check the hydraulic fluid before lifting." Clara looked at him, surprised. "You know this machine?" Mr. Smith looked away. "I worked construction for 40 years before I retired. I built half the houses in this town." He sighed. "I might complain, Clara, but I am not a monster. The lights are old-fashioned, yes, but my wife, rest her soul, loved those colors." He looked at the tree. "It needs more height. If you want those lights up, you need a good driver. And those old bulbs? And those old bulbs, they'd break easily." Clara's eyes lit up. "Mr. Smith, can you help me? Just for an hour?" He mumbled something that sounded like a yes. For the next 2 days, Mr. Smith drove the lift, and Clara stood safely in the basket. He drove slowly and carefully, lifting her perfectly into the highest branches. They worked in complete silence for the first day. On the second day, Mr. Smith started to talk. He told Clara stories about the town and his wife. Clara told him how she loved the old traditions. Finally, on Sunday evening, all the lights were up. The tree was covered from top to bottom in thick, colorful wires. It was dark now. Clara stood next to Mr. Smith. She felt excited, but nervous. "Okay, Mr. Smith, now for the moment of truth. Let's plug them in." Clara walked to the plug and connected the long cord to the power box. Flicker, flicker, pop. The lights did not work. Only 3 small red bulbs near the ground lit up, then died. The rest of the tree remained dark. Clara wanted to cry. All that work, all that effort, and nothing. "Oh no," she whispered. "They are all broken." Mr. Smith put a hand on her shoulder. "Wait, Clara. Old lights are tricky. One bad connection can stop the whole string." He took a small flashlight and started inspecting the wire near the plug. Clara watched him work, his hands moving quickly, like he knew every wire. After 5 minutes, he found a place where the wire was cut slightly. He pulled out a roll of electrical tape and fixed the connection. "Try it now," he said. Clara plugged the cord back in. This time, the lights came on. The entire oak tree exploded in a beautiful, warm glow of red, green, and gold. It was not bright like modern LED lights, but soft and magical, filling the square with an antique, wonderful light. Clara turned to Mr. Smith. His eyes, usually grumpy, were wide and shining in the reflected light. He had a small, happy smile on his face. "Thank you, Mr. Smith," Clara said, truly grateful. "No, Clara," he said, looking at the beautiful tree. "Thank you. It looks exactly like it did 60 years ago." That night, everyone in Hollybrook gathered in the square. They loved the old-fashioned lights. Clara stood with Mr. Smith, drinking hot chocolate. She learned that even the grumpiest person sometimes just needs a chance to share his skills and the memory of a beautiful past Christmas. The light in the tree was bright, but the new friendship Clara found was even brighter.